Was this convenience store manager justified in shooting a man stealing potato chips? In this video, we're breaking down that question by viewing security camera footage from a gas station with top criminal defense attorney Tom Grieve, also a former state prosecutor. But first, a quick reminder. We have a gun giveaway going on right now. You can enter for free, but it ends really soon. Just click the link in the description below to reveal which brand new gun you could win. Tom, we got to look at this video, and with your attorney hat, both prosecutor and defense attorney, and with what you know about laws and tactics, we see the guy in the upper right stealing a bunch of chips, and there's the manager, employee, whatever. We see him fire a shot, breaks the window, and there's the lookout outside. The guy in the blue shirt apparently gets hit with that round. He's still pointing the gun. Everybody's trying to get their head down. He's running away, holding his side, upper chest, abdomen. Guy in the white shirt has apparently dropped the chips, hands off a cell phone, and that's the end of the story right there. So I'm looking at this, and we go backwards to he's pointing the gun to stop shoplifting. This is just simple retail theft, and he decides to use deadly force on a guy who's walking out of the scene. So lots wrong with what the quote-unquote good guy, he just made himself into the bad guy in this situation with what he did. But what do you see there in this video?
I see a lot of things that cops and aggressive prosecutors as well as plaintiffs' attorneys are going to have a field day over. This side of Texas, where I'm aware of the fact that there are some different laws when it comes to using force to protect personal property, but taking the fact that we've got a Michigan hoodie on and or sweatshirt in there, you know, let's just take this out of the Texas context.
I mean, even if he's legally justified, from this, you're opening a can of worms.
You're going to get sued.
Yeah, shooting at a guy who's walking away.
I mean, best case scenario, realistically, is you're going to get sued by potentially not only the guy you hit in blue, but the shoplifter who was arguably endangered in white, and then also the innocent, it looks like the innocent folks, you know, the guy wearing the Michigan hoodie, who, I mean, the bullet probably passed within inches of his head. And let me be emphatically clear, because I can hear the keyboards clicking. I'm not defending shoplifting. I'm not advocating for the fact that you know, that personal injury attorneys can go out there and sue anyone for anything. I'm not doing any of those things. All I'm doing is I'm trying to educate the folks of here's what's probably going to happen next. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. All right. But this is probably what's going to happen next. Also, of course, the fact that, again, don't know the laws in whatever state this is happening in. But there's a very real chance that we're looking at some potentially very serious felonies, possibly attempted homicide, some sort of recklessly endangering safety. Not the sort of like, do your probation, you're fine. But we're talking, you know, years and years and years in prison, sometimes even decades of exposure of what you're facing for something like this. And
you know, we talk about target isolation and the other elements involved in what we would call a good shoot. And I moved the screen to the window here. We'll back up and we'll just give it a second or so. And you can watch the window break as he fires. What if the guy outside the door wasn't the accomplice? We learned that he's the accomplice only later. What if he wasn't the accomplice? Just some guy walking in while this guy's walking out stealing chips. You've just shot a completely innocent person, basically, you know, to protect 5 bags of chips. And like you said, this is serious felony time for something like that.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Would be my strong suggestion. It's one of the bedrock principles of our justice system and of our culture. And this may sound controversial, but it's an oldie, is that better to let 9 guilty men go free than to convict 1 innocent man. And if you're not being confronted with deadly force where you're not, where your life's not in danger, someone else's life is not in danger, and we're just talking about protecting what probably costs the store, I don't know, $2, that's not worth potentially killing an innocent person. Now, it looks like it wasn't so innocent.
Yeah, well, I could argue it's not worth killing a potentially guilty person.
Right.
I mean, these folks here would be guilty of retail theft,
Right.
simple shoplifting.
Right.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, no matter how angry you are that your store just constantly gets shoplifted, it's not worth, shooting somebody over a bag of chips.
And I know people in retail, and I'm sure you do as well. And sometimes folks in many zip codes across the United States, particularly gas stations, they're not making much money on the gas. They're making money on the store, and they can often feel like they're under siege with shoplifting, and they're just trying to stay in business and pay their employees. My heart goes out to them. I'm not trying to make light of any of those things.
Right.
All I want to do is to make sure that people are fully aware down the lens of actions have reactions. They have very serious legal consequences. I'm not defending or advocating for that. I'm simply saying, here's what they are. I'm not editorializing that. I'm just saying, here's what they are. Yeah.
And as we always say, you may use deadly force against an imminent threat of death or great bodily harm. None of that was here.
Right.
And in fact, the bullet that was launched hit someone who it wasn't intended to hit. And that's just another legal quagmire.
Right. And the guy, the gas station employee or manager, he comes out and he's got his arm locked straight out and it's one-handed. It's left-handed. I'm assuming he's left-handed.
Yeah.
But nothing to this speaks to the fact that this guy has a modicum, an inch of training on him.
Yeah.
This was probably some sort of, don't get yourself killed revolver hidden underneath the cash register or something like that. Yeah. And this is a plaintiff's attorney dream, which I am not. But this speaks to you got to have, if you're going to arm your employees, you have to train them. They have to know the law. They have to be educated and trained, or else both those people, as well as the management, as well as the corporate structure and so forth, they're all exposed to potential major civil liability. And of course, the folks behind the cash register, he's looking at decades of prison potentially.
Yeah, having a gun is not enough.
Right.
So, well, thank you again for being here, Tom. This insight is always super helpful. Really grateful to have you here and help us out with that. Folks, thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. And I will remind you again, we have that gun giveaway going on, and it ends really soon. All you need to do is click the link below and reveal which brand new gun you can win. I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. And if you want to see more videos like this, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video if you can. Because YouTube is actively suppressing firearms videos, and we need your help to defeat that algorithm. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next video.